most exclusive Ferrari in my collection is the GTO 288. And that's actually reflects an era or a time where I was studying in Switzerland, and a high net worth individual had the equivalent or the car which was a road legal car at that time, which was the 512. And it was always an ambition that one day I will own a Ferrari. But as a student, of course, it didn't fit my criteria at that time, and said one day I will own the real one, the exclusive one.
My father's passion for cars started when he was very young, and that caused him to pursue a line of career with automotive. Entering into the automotive industry created an environment of many brands, the iconic one being Ferrari among others, and this created the environment which I grew up in.
It was in 2004 where we imported the first Enzo Ferrari as a car, and it was going for a very important customer. And at that time, Hussein was 8-10 years old, and I took him on a drive with that car. And from that day, I think he's hooked to the Ferrari story, and that's how passion drove into him.
So after many years, finally we managed to acquire the Enzo, and that, I have to say, is a car that has a special place in my heart, and I think it also has a special place in my father's heart. After that, I was, let's say, led, but very happily led, let's say. The passion started at an early age. The passion started before my guidance into the automotive industry, and I see myself very, very into the whole world of automotive, and that will not change anytime soon.
Defining the emotion of driving a Ferrari or a specific Ferrari, it's the whole brand is emotion. If you don't have the emotion with it, then you should not fit for the Ferrari brand. So the emotion of driving a Ferrari is second to none. You cannot compare it with any other brand you dream for. Ferrari is a lifestyle. Ferrari is not a car to use as a transportation from A to B. It's a lifestyle. You don't drive a Ferrari because you want to go to a location, but you drive it because you feel special. The passion for Ferrari is something which you can feel. You cannot learn it. You cannot buy it. You cannot pick it up as you wish. It's a passion for such a brand which has so much of emotion into it, which cannot be described except by having such a legacy. The passion for Ferrari, collecting Ferrari classic and modern cars, is something which you have, which grows into you. It's not something which you can buy. And to expose it into such a museum was important to demonstrate these emotions which I have for such an important brand. As a museum, the way it's been built, it reflects the tradition of the culture, of architecture of the Middle East and of Qatar specific, where the whole museum is being designed as a fort in the middle of an oasis where it is. And that exclusive part of it, which hosts the collection of Ferrari, makes it like a desired jewel in the middle of the desert. So whoever comes to it is surprised to see such a collection in such an environment and under one roof in such a location. The inspiration behind creating the Letbelah as a museum or an art gallery was to bring the passion which I had for those classic cars into life in an atmosphere where it can be seen, felt, and admired by the lovers of such classic cars and automobiles. As you see from the collection, the brand evolution for Ferrari, which we have a part of our collection, is just to demonstrate what Ferrari is about and how it is such a unique and emotional product. And it starts with 1984 when it's the first cars which is being produced in a limited volumes for passionate people of the brand. And that's when it started the bloodline, the GTO to 88 GTO. So it is the time when Ferrari started producing a supercar only for collectors. And that's why my collection starts with that era.
So the significant Ferrari milestones reflected in the Letbelah collection begins with the 288, and that is the first high-performance collector Ferrari. Moving forward from that, there is the F40, the F40 being the first turbocharged Ferrari, and the last one to be produced under the patronage of Enzo Ferrari himself, the founder of Ferrari. From then we go to the Enzo Ferrari, the Enzo being the first dual clutch gearbox system, which marks a huge change from how a car is driven, especially a high performance car. So from manual gearbox to paddle shifters, as the commonly used word goes. From then you have the LaFerrari /SF90. LaFerrari being the first mild hybrid Ferrari, which was a controversial step for Ferrari, but nevertheless well executed and highly demanded. And the SF90 representing the first fully integrated hybrid system.
The two products which are really looks shaping out the future for Ferrari are the 296 and the SF90. And both cars brings the actual DNA of Ferrari into the world of driving a car on the street. That all the kind of research and development which was done for a normal F1 car is being put into that car. And the 296 reflects a real car which hits the road and can be a track car. And this is also bringing a heritage of the past of the Dino back into life today and shaping the future of Ferrari. The SF90, it's bringing a very exclusive range of car, which was at that time the LaFerrari, which was produced into the popularity which a car can be sold in the showroom. It's not anymore exclusive for those 190 or 200 owners. It's available for the public who are Ferraristas by choice.
So with the hybridization path that Ferrari has taken, I believe that this stemmed from a restriction of emissions, let's say, in the world of automotive. Every car has to meet a certain emissions requirement. Hybridization was the right choice for Ferrari in terms of managing the emission control as well as boosting the performance that is a huge part of the brand and the product. Ferrari holds itself to another, let's say, stratosphere of business, of excellence, of even the product themselves, the emotion that comes with it, the passion that comes with it, and of course the exclusivity and demand that comes from their cars. With regards to our business, we always strive for excellence. We always hold ourselves to our highest regard, and we carry ourselves as we should as an exclusive company.
As an excellence and superiority from the Ferrari coincides with the same strategy with Alfardan Group, as Ferrari started with Mr. Enzo Ferrari bringing production cars to life as to support his racing team, and that came like in 1947 or 48. The same thing happened with the Alfardan. Alfardan was a trading house for natural pearl, and in 54 they moved from natural pearl to bringing those natural pearl, which they have a big passion for, into the jewelry for the region. and that which coincide with the same strategy of Ferrari. This year we celebrate 25th anniversary of our relation with Ferrari, just to highlight that Ferrari did not exist in the market of Qatar and the region as well beyond the 25 years ago, since they were cars not homologated for the region. And to us, we took it from a different level, or from non-existence to the market, for making it the most popular and wanted and sought after sports car. With time, I think there were a lot of emotional activities attached to it to bring the Ferraris together. Today, the Ferrari owners and enthusiasts of Ferrari and Ferraristas, they belong to a club which is not a public club. It's a very private, which they all share similar passion. Passion and the aspiration for Letbelah Museum, and specifically for the Ferrari collection, is to grow it, because once you have a passion doesn't end. It just grows day by day on you. And the reason is that I have all the limited number of Ferraris are in order to come and join the Letbelah Museum. And going forward, we are mirroring the Letbelah Museum with another museum in the Galerie de l'Automobile in Switzerland, which will have the second collection of Ferrari. Most of the one we have here will stay in Qatar, which I hope will remain. And the way I have exposed it here makes a statement for generations to come that such is an important passion which I have, and I would like my next generation to keep on loving it and develop this passion further.